we have Dmytro Sergeyevich Horsky. Esteemed colleagues, I have just come back from the mountain region. Esteemed colleagues, esteemed professors, I would like to say that the sixth Congress is successfully demonstrating that the geology sector in Ukraine has not died. And I would like to refer to famous geologist Obruchev, who said that geology contributed to the wealth of all the nations and impoverished none of the countries. Also, I would like to recollect the words of Valéry Giscard d'Estaing, the president of France, who once said that nothing is so cheap and nothing enriches so much as geology. He meant that France benefited much from the geology development. And also, I would like to remind you that the symbols of geology are the instruments of geologists, the measuring device and a hammer, which suggests that field geologists are very important. 2 weeks ago, sitting in the gold showing field, I recollected all my career, the stages of my career, recollected how I was field geologist, how I then led the State Geology Survey of Ukraine, and how I worked everywhere in Ukraine. I see a lot of my teachers and a lot of my students in this room. And I understood that my life was not in vain, because that we have something to offer to the community of European geologists. We can join them with the flying colors, so to say, and because due to our previous achievements, we can occupy a good place among this European community. I recollect when in early 2000 years, the parliamentary magazine had published an article, geology sector is put on its knees. And at that moment, we had established our Association of Geologists. And after some years of its work, another article appeared which stated which stated that the geology had been reviving as a sector. And this is due to the efforts of all this community present today in this room. I believe that in the future we will have new discoveries besides that 90 types of mineral resources that we have in Ukraine, and even maybe more than we will have discoveries in more than 120 types or kinds of mineral resources which were discovered in Ukraine. And I believe that Ukraine is rich in mineral resources and a bit of knowledge, a bit of creativity and a bit of investment, and we will push the sector forward and the economy of Ukraine forward. I believe that those bureaucrats who work in the geology sector, they are important, but they are not sufficient for the sector development. Field geologists, equipment geologists, equipment engineers in the area of geology are maybe the main actors which develop the mineral resource base not only in Ukraine but all around the world. We all are colleagues in this room, and we recollect those our colleagues who went to look for better endeavors all around the world in other countries. For example, chief geologist of the Century Gold is our former compatriot and our one of the best colleagues, and we always remember these people. We also have our colleague as a chief engineer of eminent retail company which works in northern Australia. And I met a lot of my former compatriots in Canada, in the Southern Africa, and today I would like to say, try to preserve our natural resources, and they will be grateful to you and show new deposits. Thank you very much.